You are now listening to Serious Minds RNTV with your host, Professor Griff. The call-in number is 516-654-7688. That's 516-654-7688. This is Professor Griff, and this is Serious Minds RNTV. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously.
All right, greetings, family. Peace. This is Professor Griff, and this is a special edition of this Serious Minds RNTV. As y'all already know, I don't ever come on a Friday, like not ever. I'm extremely busy doing too many different things, but anyway, shout out to everyone. I guess y'all are home like I'm home. I got some things coming up this weekend that I gotta be home and get prepared for it today. All right, but anyway. Shout out to the Serious Minds family on IG. Thank you all for joining me. Shout out to everyone on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Ladybug said, happy Friday. Okay, I can rock with that. Anyway, tonight we're going to talk about this idea. I heard it on the news, and then I used to see old commercials about the Crime Watch. Remember the Crime Watch? And someone was playing around today in the store that I was in, and it said, came up behind me. It's like, McGriff the crime dog. It was somebody I knew, because I don't play with people like that. Y'all know that. But I was like, oh, okay, the crime dog. I said, I remember that, man, the crime dog. Remember back in the day with McGriff, the crime dog? So I said, all right, cool. But that just kind of put something on my mind. So I started kind of looking through. You don't have to look too far. The news about violent crime will hit you right in the face. It is absolutely nothing new, fam. Nothing new. So I started looking around, and a few things jumped out at me that I wanted to discuss today. So I'm going to discuss it. All right. Hopefully everyone can hear me. Check 1 1 1 2 2 2 2 2. Hold on. Let me tighten this mic. All right. Anyway, in the meantime, between time. All right. The last few conversations that we've had have been very interesting to me because without getting on the program and blasting Meek Mills about his album cover, you know, I just wanted to send a message out that I was interested in having a discussion about it. And if you haven't seen Meek Mill's album cover, I suggest you look that up and take a look at it, especially if you have children, or especially if you are just interested as a parent or as a human being. All right. Yeah, I would suggest you kind of take a look and just hit me up and let me know what you think. All right. Before we get started, like I said, I want to thank everyone for purchasing the book, Symbology. Probably after this weekend, I probably got to reorder it. Thank you very much for purchasing Symbology. After we had the discussion last night, looking at Meek Mill's album cover, and we did sort of like a decoding and going and looking at the signs and symbols. All right. Okay. Thanks to everyone for putting in the orders for the Serious Minds brand tonic and the Resurrection Formula. All right. Both of which I have in stock right now. Please go to www.professorgriff.me and order it. Yeah. All right. And just to let everyone know, the Welcome to the Terror Dome, No Retreat, Gun Retreat, November 19th to the 21st in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Come join us. If you belong to a gun club, if you're a gun enthusiast, or you just want to learn how to be a responsible firearms owner, you want some training, hit us up, 678-557-2919. Or come to the retreat. You could register for the retreat. Go to www.professorgrip.me and register for the retreat. It's very imperative that we get the training that we so desperately need. All right. So whether it's with Professor Griff or it's with someone else, nonetheless, get the training. Y'all know how I roll. I'm not that self-centered kind of individual. Train. All right. Hold on for a second. I'm going to pull this information up for y'all. All right. Let me share my screen. All right, family, when you go to my website, you'll see Professor Griff at the top. Scroll down just a little, and right here, you'll see the information for the Welcome to the Terror Dome presents the No Retreat Gun Retreat. All right, so to firearms instructors, to members of gun clubs, enthusiasts, you're all welcome to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, to the No Retreat Gun Retreat. All right, November 19th to the 21st. All right. Peace, Aisha Ra. What's good with you? We got Ricardo Fleming on the check-in, Little Goddess, Chris G, Joe Smith, Lorenzo Truth, Kim Clark, Sabrina Harley, Kareem Ali, Little Goddess. All right. Neen _ Ben. All right. So anyway, click here and get more info. All right. Get more info. All right. So at the bottom of the flyer right here, you'll see click here to pre-register. All right. It'll take you to this page, and from this page, you start and you fill out the application to pre-register, and then we make it happen. It's simple as that. All right. It is as simple as that. All right. So, all right, we're going to leave that up on the screen for a second. We'll get back to that. All right. Anyway, in the meantime, in between time, so I'm watching the news, and I said to myself, wow, women are still getting snatched up. But we are not training. More guns are being sold, but we're not training. People are still getting robbed. The crime rate in every city, violent crime rate in every city is going up. And I'm trying to understand, why is it that we won't train? It just baffles me. All right. So then when I'm watching the news now, I'm still seeing incidents going on, home invasions going down. There was a situation the other night where a woman woke up to a man wandering around in her home. Yeah, just wandering around in her home. All right. And then I see, out of all of the hoopla and protests and body cams and police need to be trained and defund the police and all of this that's going on, I still see police are still acting like race soldiers. All right, let me share my screen. I saw on the news that there was a brother in Ohio who was a paraplegic, dragged out of his car. He don't even have the use of his legs, and a cop telling him to get out of the car. It just baffles my brain. I just can't even understand the dynamic on how that works, family. I'm just curious. Y'all got to talk to me. Help me out. Warning contains videos that may find distressing. Hold on. All right, fam. So we just watched how police officers yanked this man out of his car, and he basically kept telling pardon me, that he's a paraplegic. He can't get out of the car. Yeah. So let me know, what do you guys take on that? Because it almost seems like it is, no matter who you are, where you are, whatever the situation is, they have no empathy and no sympathy for you whatsoever. All right? You could be 8 to 80, young, dumb, blind, crippled, and crazy. They still don't feel for you. They've arrested little children. They try to put little children in handcuffs. They have dragged, as you can see, people out of their car. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So the question now becomes, were the protests and what they were saying in the protests, the whole idea of someone setting in motion this whole idea of defund the police. Then they started talking about, after the Mike Brown murder, they was talking about retraining the police. Well, that never happened. Then they started talking about body cams. And then most situations, they keep the body cams off. And then for a period of time, we was asking, where are the black cops? And I'm just trying to understand, in this situation, what is it that they wanted this gentleman to do? I'm curious. Help me out, family. What do they want him to do? He's a paraplegic. He can't walk. So, yeah. What is it that they wanted him to do? Is the question I'm asking. So, at the end of the day, what did they charge him with? What did they pull him over for in the first place? Let's dive back into it. Wow.
We begin today's show in Dayton, Ohio, where the NAACP is denouncing the violent arrest of a black man who's a stop. Dayton police officers stopped Clifford Owensby's car after they said it was seen leaving a suspected drug house. Police body camera footage released Friday shows the police officers telling Owensby to exit his car so a police dog could conduct an air sniff search. Owensby told them he could not step out of the car because he's a paraplegic. This is part of their exchange.
Yeah, man, sir. I can't step out the car, sir. I'm paraplegic. I got help. I'm gonna help you getting out. I'm gonna help you get out. I'm gonna help you get out. Well, I don't think that's gonna happen, sir. I don't think that's gonna happen, sir.
When the officers said they would help Owensby get out of the car, he said, "I don't think that's going to happen, sir." He used his cell phone to call for help, repeatedly requesting a supervising officer, a white shirt, as officers commanded him to get out of the vehicle.
I cannot step out of the car. I cannot step out of the car. You got in the car? You can get out of the car. You got in the car? Hello? Hey, bro, can you come down the street to Ferguson and Grand? The police just pulled me over and they trying to make me get out the car, and I'm telling them I'm a paraplegic. I can't get out the car without no help. Just come down the street, bring some people with cameras. Come down the street, come bring cameras and bring somebody so they can witness what's going on. I'm not getting out. I just told you I'm a paraplegic. I cannot get out. I do not have to. I do not have to. Can you call
it's very difficult. It's like it doesn't care how you communicate what you're trying to say. It doesn't matter how eloquent you are, how articulate you are, and you're trying to explain the situation. I guess they're going by the book, whatever. But trust me, could this have been a white woman that they dragged up by her hair? Yeah, I'm just asking a question. I'm just putting that out there. Quan, what's good with you? I'm just asking a question. I'm just facilitating a conversation. Could this have been a white woman that they actually pulled her by her hair and dragged her out of the car? No, it's all right, Quan. You're not late. I came on early because I got a few things I got to do tomorrow. And I got to hit the range on Sunday, like running and gunning. And before you came on, I was just letting people know about the Serious Minds Brain Tonic, the Resurrection Formula. Serious Minds Brain Tonic, the Resurrection Formula. And I was letting them know about the gun retreat. Some people said they were interested, don't know where to go, so I sent them through the website and walked them through. All right, it's right on my website, www.professorgriff.me. All right. Thank you, Quan. If you would like to support independent black media, you can do so by starting right here with your donation. All right. Donate to any independent black media. It don't have to be this one. All right. It could be anyone. All right. But you can start right here at Serious Minds, RNTV. My cash app is $ Professor Griff. All right. Somebody tried to cash at me a food stamp, and I was like, bro, I don't think you could do that. But I'm just saying, thanks for your effort. Anyway. All right. You need that brain tonic? Hit me up. All right. Go to www.professorgriff.me. The website is on the screen. All right, so come on, talk to me, fam. How does this work? So basically the conversation that they were having is basically saying that his tent was too dark. That's what you call a pretextual stop. Meaning you just use that as a ruse to stop the car so you can look for other things. They said they ran the plate and he had charges back in 2008, which he dealt with already. Gun charges, some drug charges or something. All right. Who doesn't have a pass? Malcolm X had a pass. A lot of us have pass. Thank you, man. Black Kelly 5. You're right. They said if that was a white woman, they would have had a press conference with the mayor, police chief, National Guard, and Jesus would have showed up. For real. It's critical, man. It really is. You said many police suffer from road rage. Now, I think that's deeper than road rage. You see the other incident where I believe in Indianapolis. Hold on. Police. Hold on. All right, check this one out. If you're over here on IG, you need to come on over to YouTube. It's www.youtube.com/C, or if you're facing this way, that way, /Serious Minds RNTV. Let's see.
I opened my restaurant because I love cooking. But I don't love cleaning greasy surfaces or even greasier pots and pans.
Mi gente, siempre activa. Trabajan duro, pero se divierten. Una escapadita por aquí.
Now to that violent confrontation and arrest of a man by IMPD.
Tonight, it's the Metro police officer who's under arrest, who's charged with 2 felonies and is getting kicked off the force.
The police chief called a news conference earlier today to show us what the body cameras on his officer captured.
You hold that. Well, look, right? We're not going to do this.
Now, there is more to show, but the chief said the video is difficult to watch.
Tonight, our Emily Longnecker picks up the story from here on what happened next, what sparked this scuffle, and how police now are handling it.
The video shows 3 officers arresting a man right here on Monument Circle last month. Turns out that man was homeless. Court records describe how he was yelling loudly here on the circle, leading to his arrest for disorderly conduct. What happened after officers got him on the ground, though, is the reason one of those officers is facing criminal charges and the possibility of being fired, while the other officers are facing an internal investigation and off the streets. 2 different angles of the same moment where IMPD says one of their own, Sergeant Eric Huxley, kicked a man in the face. That's Jermaine Vaughn on his back on the ground, handcuffed, right before he's kicked.
We're not going to do this, right? We're done.
You're done. You're done. You're done.
I promised this community and I promised our officers that I would be transparent. That's in good times and bad times. This is a bad time, but I think the community deserves it.
IMPD Chief Randy Taylor said he learned of the incident last week and immediately began an internal investigation. Officer Huxley, now facing level 6 felony charges of official misconduct and battery, is suspended without pay. Chief Taylor has recommended to the IMPD Civilian Police Merit Board that Huxley be fired. The other 2 officers involved, Sergeant Christopher Kibbe and Officer Matthew Shores, whose body cameras provided the footage you saw, are off the streets and under an internal investigation. Additionally, Chief Taylor says all past use of force incidents involving the 3 officers will be reviewed, as well as any use of force cases that Sergeant Huxley reviewed as a supervisor.
But it's my commitment to this department and to this city that when these things come to my attention, I'm not going to allow that to exist on this department.
In use of force cases, IMPD officers are required to fill out a special report, which a supervisor reviews, along with any body camera footage. court documents show when Officer Shores filled out his report, he mentions rolling Jermaine Vaughn onto his stomach and putting him in a wrist lock to get him to comply. Officer Shores never mentions the kick to Vaughn's face. Also, according to court records, in separate body camera footage from another officer who arrived at the scene to investigate the use of force, Sergeant Huxley can be heard saying, quote, "I accidentally kicked him in his face."
Atrocious, nefarious, dastardly, mean-spirited, and ugly.
Pastors with the Interdenominational Ministerial Alliance say they're pleased with the swiftness of IMPD's response.
To the credit of this chief, they were forthcoming, and they did not need to be put in a hammerlock to do that.
Chief Taylor says the FBI and U.S. Attorney's Office have also been notified.
You're done.
Now, in response, the Indianapolis FOP issued a statement saying that they're troubled by what they saw in the video. And they went on to say, quote, "We welcome a full and forthright review of the related facts involved. While the camera's perspective is only one of many, it is an important perspective nonetheless."
Now to that
All right, now what they're going to say is you can't believe your lying eyes. You can't believe what you just saw. The man getting his face stomped on. This is critical, man. So let me ask a very critical question at this point. What are we waiting on to, what are we waiting on in order to speak up and speak out? Because are you waiting for this to be you? Is this what you're telling me? By your silence. Silence is no excuse. Keep that in mind. So what are we waiting on? To speak up and out. Because this could have easily been one of us. Am I right or wrong? All right. Hold on 1 second, fam. Thanks, little guys. It says data analysis shows racial disparity in police stops in recent years by Los Angeles law enforcement. Not only Los Angeles law enforcement, it's across the country. All right? Across the country. So in Los Angeles, though, they have a squad called the Executioners. And I guess this is just those dirty cops that want to get together and do their thing and do whatever they want to do to black people in the black neighborhood. I mean, my thing is, how long can you beat on the people? Compton mayor says the deputies have terrorized the community for decades. Compton's mayor and city activists shared stories of mistreatment by sheriff's deputies as they called for an investigation into a rogue deputy gang nicknamed the Executioners. How long do they think people are just going to sit back and get beat on and treat it like this and not fight back at some point? Yeah, this is very, very, it's like, it's systemic. It happens like, you know, just all the time. And until we started showing people with video and audio, yeah, starting from, I guess, the Rodney King thing kind of set it in motion. There's video of it. There's audio of it. And the officers still get off. And it's like, wow. I'm trying to understand, how does that work? How does that work? We're at the bottom of we're at the bottom, hold on, bottom caste in America. The country of our ancestors built to make no sense. I didn't understand that. Okay, I tried. So Tim Scott basically, see, I heard him say America is not a racist country. Yeah. I'm trying to understand, yeah, what dynamic and what point of reference is Tim Scott coming from when you say America's not racist? I'm trying to understand that. Michael Muhammad, you mean the police have been killing us, not up, since the police department has been formed? When was the police department formed? Um, hmm. One second, fam. That's it. All right. So the police are on instrument of genocide. Okay, I see. Boston, 1838. What does that mean? What does Boston 1838 mean? I don't understand. What does that mean? Okay, it says white police officers and their black colleagues have starkly different views on fundamental questions regarding the situation of blacks in American society. The 2016 survey found. Okay. We just witnessed 2 incidents. I have 5 more lined up, but I just said to myself, why? I'm not into trauma porn. I don't kind of replay these things over. I rarely do shows like this where I'm showing this kind of stuff, but yeah, it is ridiculous. So if not defund the police, what do you do? Professor Griff, if you would please research the Noahide laws, you will then know who's behind all of these killings and brutality of black people. Okay, Joanne Plummer, what is the Noahide laws? Help me out, Joanne. It's the 7 Noahide laws. In Judaism, the 7 laws of Noah, otherwise referred to as the Noahide laws or the Noah chain laws, are a set of imperatives which, according to the Talmud, were given by God as blinding set of universal moral laws for the sons of Noah. Okay. I don't do religion on here, but okay. I guess since Joanne brought it up. And what does this have to do with us, Joanne? I'm just curious. These 7 laws pertain to Avodah Sarah. It must be Yiddish, I'm not sure. But I guess if it's coming from the Talmud, it might be. Prohibition of idolatry. The next one is prohibition of blasphemy and cursing the name of God. The next one is prohibition on murder. Next one is prohibition on robbery and theft. The next one is prohibition on immorality and forbidden sexual relations. The next one is prohibition on removing and eating a limb of a live animal. The last one, requirement to establish a justice system and court of law to enforce the other 6. What does this have to do with black people being murdered? Help me out, Joanne. All right, you said you're elderly and you type slow, so hold on. All right, I got you. I'm just trying to figure out what does this have to do with black people, though. I'm just curious. Because there's some other things in the Talmud that we could go over. But I don't really discuss that kind of stuff here. All right. All right, Joanne. We understand that you're elderly and you type slow, but we got you. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. It says black people made up 70% of Boston's police stops, department data show. Wow. 70% of the people stopped by police officers through the department's field interrogation observation program throughout most of last year were black, even though black residents comprised less than 1/4 of the city's population. Wow. That according to data collected by the Boston Police Department It's something reviewed by WGBH News that represents the first public glimpse in years and thousands of routine stops made by BPD, Boston Police Department, as part of its field interrogation program, which includes, but is not limited to, police actions known elsewhere as stop and frisk. So it's stop and frisk, just under another name. But they're doing the same thing. Same thing, but under another name. The records give it to the imperfect picture of the police actions when it comes to Boston's major racial identities. Notably, they do not include under the column race people who identify as Latino or Hispanic. Instead, the data notes people who self-identify as Hispanic under the secondary column titled ethnicity. Okay. So we understand, you already know that you're skewing the numbers to try to seem like you're fair and balanced. No, it's not fair. It's not balanced, man. Not at all. So I'm still trying to figure out what perspective was Tim Scott coming from. And he said, America is not racist. I think Common said that also. And a few other Negroes have said it, that America is not racist. There's overwhelming evidence that the criminal justice system is racist. Here's the proof. Thank you, little goddess. Really appreciate you. By Radley Falco. In 2016, Senator Tim Scott, Republican from South Carolina, gave a powerful speech on the floor of the U.S. Senate and talked about how he had been repeatedly pulled over by police officers who seemed to be suspicious of a black man driving a nice car. He added that black senior level staffer had experienced the same thing and had downgraded his car in hopes of avoiding the problem. Don't work. You can't downgrade your car. You can't hide this. Yeah, Tim, I'm still trying to figure out why you're talking about America's not racist, though, bro. Black senator describes facing unfair scrutiny by police. I thought you said America wasn't racist, Mr. Tim Scott. Negroes, man.
Now it's your chance to invest like I do in companies that make things like this jetpack. This hard.
Yes, we can. Too many damn commercials. All right. He says we can most expect our enemy. Yeah, I don't even understand that. That's not even grammatically correct. Thank you. Thank you, Shonda Dixon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Religion is not going to save us from being killed by race soldiers who masquerade as police officers. Religion is not going to save you. A nationality card in your wallet not going to save you. A funny looking license plate not going to save you. It's just not going to save you. You stepping out of the car claiming that you sovereign, or you claiming that you indigenous, or you claiming whatever, that ain't going to save you. That's not going to save you. And I don't know why these Negroes are walking around yelling and screaming on street corners thinking that it is. It's not going to save you. They don't care. They didn't know what that brother was. He said he was a paraplegic. They don't care. So at that point, he pulled out his nationality card, and if he's supposed to be all right and fine. No, it's not going to be fine. It's not going to be fine. For some strange reason, we tend to forget how this thing works. It's not going to be fine, fam. That's not how this works. Trust me, it doesn't work that way. Maybe I'm missing something, Quan. What happened? I'm coming in late. I would agree with you, Quan. There's strength in numbers. Hell yeah. I don't even know what that means, Quan, what the brother wrote. What is it? What can somebody tell me what this means? ROHAWAAI. What does that mean? Can somebody help me? I'm kind of help me, please. Come on, maybe you know. What? That is absurd. Oh, yeah, no. I think that's absurd. It's just, and no disrespect to our elder Joanne Plummer, she came back. Also, would you be interested in knowing that the U.S. Supreme Court does not have jurisdiction over the United States Congress? The Supreme Court and Congress, none of them are helping black people. We're still getting beat up, beat down, arrested, thrown in jail, shot, murdered, killed, stabbed, kidnapped, traded, sold. And so why would we care whether the Supreme Court has a relationship with any kind of jurisdiction over the Supreme United States Congress? Who cares? If it's not going to change our situation, but then why are we even interested in it? I'm going with Quan. There's strength in numbers. And if we put enough numbers together, we can offset some stuff, man. We could check the Negroes like Tim Scott, for real. That's my method. Some people have their own individual methods. Some people have group methods. Some people think that it's just going to go away. It's not going to go away. All right? It's not going to go away. As though many people that are, I don't know, ranting and raving on YouTube about slavery never existed. Well, that institution called slavery didn't end until we had to bring it to its knees. You understand what I'm saying? Most of us that understand that did exist, number one, and then number two, there was uprisings. All right, slave revolts. Yeah. I don't understand some of you Negroes' position. I'm just confused. You would rather hide and punk out and say it didn't exist so you don't have to deal with it? Well, how does that work? Or is somebody giving you a medal to say these things, or for you to lessen the numbers of how many quote unquote slaves or enslaved Africans, or however you want to word it? Yeah, I mean, for the vast majority, they kept meticulous notes, but yeah. So my thing is, if Little Goddess is pulling up the stats for us, and we're reading this information written by them, how is that we still bucking it? How is that our escape and punking out and not facing this enemy head on? Yeah, I mean, we see what's going on. Someone needs to stand up and say something other than trusting the Negroes that speak to uphold racism, white supremacy, rather than listening to them. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Joanne Pumba said because the Congress can intervene. Well, how come they haven't intervened? How many, I mean, this has been 500 years of this killing. When are they going to start intervening? And how many more people got to die before they intervene? I don't have any hope in these people. I don't have any hope in their system that their system's going to do black people right. Yeah, I just don't. I don't trust them like that, man. I don't trust them. Racial profiling and the use of force in police stops. How local events trigger periods of increased discrimination. With all this legislation, with all these people writing these articles, with all these people speaking on the floor, in the House, in the halls of Congress, with all these incidents that's going down, you don't think that the Congress should have intervened to reduce killing? I'm not understanding. I'm not waiting around on Congress. Racial profiling and the disproportionate use of police force are controversial political issues. I argue that the racial bias in the use of force increases after relevant evidence, such as the shooting of a police officer by a black suspect. John Crawford was a black suspect. This brother that was a paraplegic that got pulled out of the car by his head was a black suspect, suspected of doing what? Yeah, it's kind of rough. Shout out to King Simon. What's good with you, bro? Trying to figure some things out over here, man, on Serious Minds. Shout out to Brother Rich. Shout out to Vicky Dillard. Shout out to Red Pill. The beautiful conversation we had the other night. I mean, what else do you say? We have the receipts. We got stats. People have written books about this. We have eyewitness testimony. We've been to enough funerals. Like I said, I don't do trauma porn. All right? I don't race bait. I don't do that. Jonathan G., thank you. This is on us. We're not getting no help. We got to do this, man. Seriously. Need to know. You're supposed to be getting them notifications, man. But anyway. To examine this argument, and this is the last thing, I designed a quasi experimental use data using data from the 3.9 million times and geocode pedestrian stopped in New York City. The findings show that 2 fatal shootings of police officers by black suspects increased the use of police force against blacks substantially in the days after the shootings. The use of force against whites and Hispanics, however, remained unchanged, and there is no evidence for an effect of 2 other police murders by white and Hispanic suspects. Aside from the importance for the debate on racial profiling and police use of force, the research reveals a general set of processes where events create intergroup conflict, foreground stereotypes, and trigger discriminatory responses. I'm with Jonathan G. We on our own. It's not going to stop until we stop it. Now, some of you weak, sick-ass people out there, especially some of you handkerchief-head, boot-licking-ass Negroes, don't go running saying Professor Griff said we should attack white people or police officers or whatever. I didn't say that. I'm not even alluding to that. But if we can't find creative ways and measures to galvanize the energy and the resources that we have, whether it's in on that side of the law or on this side of the law, something has to be done, plain and simple. These Negroes that we vote for and elect and go to Washington, D.C., and they don't speak up and speak out for us, shame on the Tim Scotts of the world. And then the rest of these handkerchief-head, boot-licking niggas in the entertainment industry, and these sports players, and these fake-ass movie stars want to speak up and out against your people? To hell with you. No. We're not going to sit back. You're not our spokesman. We're not going to rely on the Nicki Minaj's and the Cardi B's and the Lil Waynes of the world to speak up for us in the comments. All right? And the Quest Hates and the rest of these people, the Uncle Tom Barclays and the rest of these Negroes. No, we're not gonna sit back and let them speak for us. To hell with that. If anything, them Negroes need to be neutralized. But white people got their hand up their ass and controlling and moving their mouths. So much so that they speak up and against their own people. It says, from the perspective of discriminatory behavior arises not only from static conditions, but also from temporal sequences of events and responses to those particular events. Something happened, police respond. Police do something, black people respond. Police do something, black people respond angrily. White people go demonize black people in the press, then they go get black preachers and sports players and entertainers to go calm black people down and speak up for white supremacy, keeping white supremacy in place and intact. You're right, Foxy Moon. Bones and goddamn biscuits. Joanne Palmer, stop that, love. Now, I was rocking with you for a minute, but come on. Ultimately, it will change when the Lord Jesus Christ returns. That ain't never gonna happen. I'm just telling you upright, up front, outright, that ain't never gonna happen. Ain't no white boy from 2,000 years ago coming to save no black people in 2021. It ain't gonna happen. So that's just not gonna happen. And whoever else is only thinking that shit gonna happen, bye. Shit. Gerald Overture, you said maybe in a billion years. Well, shit, in a billion years, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't never gonna happen. I don't even see how we believe in the Congress and the U.S. Supreme Court and the white Jesus. I don't even see. Do people still do that? Maybe I'm lost. Y'all gotta help me. We don't even talk religion on here, but people still. Can y'all answer that question for me? People still do that? I mean, do they? Just help me out. I'm out of the loop. People still believe in the white Jesus? Can y'all help me out, please? I don't give a fucking rat's ass whether he was black, white, purple, Korean. I don't fuck. Jesus never existed. So I'm just asking a goddamn question. People still do the white Jesus. I'm just curious because maybe I'm just not. Naime, peace. What's good, Queen? Help me out. I'm just help me out, please. Can y'all please help me out? All right, Dr. Sink Q. Okay, they do? Okay, so black people still do the white Jesus thing. All right, because I'm just kind of like, I ain't been there in a while. I ain't been to the meeting. So I don't know. Damn. Maybe I need to start listening to the gospel channel or something, or kind of figure out what's been going on, because I just thought that was like yesterday. Family, let's not get into the argument. The person that they call Jesus never existed. No. None of those characters in the Bible really existed. I don't want to have no religious debate or discussion. All right? Yeah, no. See, Christmas is rolling around. People starting to get, they starting to get sanctified. Y'all need to stop, man. Because in and around December 25th, we're going to dedicate a couple of days, a couple of shows. So we can just break all that down for y'all so y'all can get it to last y'all for another year. All right? Can somebody give them a head start and put something in the chat that they can chew on until December 25th? Oh, I know. I got it. How about Caesar's Messiah? Can we do that first? So we can give people some homework? Can we do Caesar's Messiah? Is that cool with everyone? Just to give people some homework, man. Can we do that, please, family? Can somebody do that for me? All right, before we get off here, we're just giving everyone some homework as we head towards, oh, thank you, James. James put up the Council of Nicaea. All right. So we're just giving y'all some homework for the few people that come on here and is still blinded by the light. All right? Okay. Follow me, fam. Just for a second, we're giving y'all some homework. All right? Don't beat up on me, because y'all know we don't even discuss religion on here like that. We're going to talk.
Individuals have a right to the truth. The Caesars committed a crime against consciousness. They reached into the minds of their subjects and planted false concepts to make them easier to control. And those crimes are not only historical, but are ongoing. Religions in Rome were not independent theological entities, but Roman bureaucracies whose purpose was crowd control. Historian Josephus reported that what most propelled the Jews to rebel was their belief in the coming of the Messiah. The real Messianic movement was, of course, militaristic. Rome had conquered the region, had a puppet family, the Herods, that were ruling Judea for them. They were taxing everything that moved. The Roman Caesars insisted that the Jews worship them as gods. There was a rebellion led by the Messianic movement. To crush it, Rome sent its best general, Vespasian. He was from a powerful patrician family, the Flavians, that was determined to rule the Roman Empire. Vespasian knew how to destroy a religion. He had spent the last decade in Brittany and Gaul with his elder son Titus exterminating the Druids. Who was Jesus? Is he a historical character? Who wrote the Gospels? Why are they written in Greek? Why did they have a pro-Roman perspective? Why was the religion headquartered in Rome? Those were the mysteries that I saw about the Gospels.
The origin of the Christian religion has been a subject steeped in mystery for nearly 2,000 years. Joseph Atwell is one of a number of scholars today from all around the world who are questioning the historic facts behind these ancient mysteries. When examining the actual history of this era, many of the answers provided by the Church and Christian scholars do not hold up to rigorous scrutiny.
This is really important for our culture, to understand where Christianity came from.
No doubt Christians have done a lot of good for the world, but then there are other Christians, often the most dogmatic, who create wars, hatred, and other harm under the disguise of religion. In studying how Christianity emerged, many of our scholars agree that it was used as a political tool to control the masses of the day.
That's your homework. Caesar's Messiah. They use religion to control the masses of the people. Plain and simple. I would say end of the story, but it's not the end of the story. I'm going to see y'all in December when we have that discussion. Study Caesar's Messiah, the Zeitgeist movie, first part, number 1. That's it. That's all about the homework assignment you can handle right now. If you still a baby Bible babbler, and you still a Jesus thumper, a Bible thumper, come on, stop it, man. Fuck, wait, what are y'all doing over here anyway? We don't even do that. Y'all done stumbled across Serious Minds and be like, okay, yeah, I'm just going to throw the Congress thing in there, throw the United States Senate and some other stuff to stop white officers from killing black people. So I'm just going to throw the Jesus thing in there. So ultimately, it's not going to stop until Jesus come and stop it. Fuck out of here. Nah. No. No, 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 no. 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 But that's a conversation we're going to have then and not now. So family, I really appreciate y'all's attention tonight. Bryce, Mr. 2000 BC, basically, look, how do we even get here on that subject? Yeah, Bryce, it was an elderly woman on here, and she says, ultimately, it's not going to stop until Jesus come back. And I just straight out said, look, that ain't never going to happen. That shit's not going to happen. Someone said, Griff, you going to hell. Right after you. I don't know. I remember back in the church seeing my mother sing the song, it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. And I was like, okay. Not the people that kill us, though. Study Zeitgeist, first part of part 1. All right? And then you judge for yourself. Don't wait on the debunkers and all that kind of stuff. All right? Study Zeitgeist. All right? Part 1. All right? Don't let these people tell y'all and keep you away from the information. If it's been debunked and it's lame and it's all that, then let the people judge then. What's wrong with letting the people judge? Hell, it won't hurt. Because you tried everything else, it won't hurt. Study it, fam. Study Caesar's Messiah. I don't care nothing about these fake debunkers. All right? Study Zeitgeist. Piece it apart for yourself. All right? Whether it's actual facts, pseudo, or whatever, study it. That's why we study. So we can determine for ourselves. Thank you, Detroit. D-Town. All right. All right, fam, it's Professor Griff. I got to get ready to get out of here. Do some studying, make some things happen. All right, family, if you want to order the Nasir oil, you can hit me up. 678-557-2919. Just go on my website, www.professorgriff.me, and order the Nasir oil. Or you can go to Soleil's site, www.devitribewellness.com. All right. Put Soleil's what's the name? Website up, Kwan, if you can. If you want the Nasir oil, family, let me tell you something. I wouldn't promote it if it didn't work. All right. My wife is in the lab making it happen, and it works. Trust me, it works. All right. The Nasir oil, the Nasya oil. All right. You should see the bottle on the website. All right. Thank you, Tracy. All right, family. Once again, remember the Terror Dome Retreat, No Retreat, Gun Retreat on November 19th through the 21st in Myrtle Beach. Contact me, 678-557-2919, or go to my website, professorgriff.me. All right, Quan, I'm out of here. All right. All right, family, y'all take care. I love y'all to life. It's been real on this Friday. It's kind of strange me being here on a Friday, but nonetheless, I love y'all to life. I got to get ready to get out of here. Until we meet again, as Don Cornelius say, what does Don Cornelius say? What does Don Cornelius say at the end of every Soul Train episode? Come on, talk to me, Jazz and Nine. Wink, talk to me, bro. What does Don Cornelius say at the end of every Soul Train episode? Come on, I'm not getting off here until y'all get it right. What does he say? Thank you, Marvin McKinley. Love, peace, and soul. Thank y'all very much. Love y'all life, fam. This is Professor Griff. All right? Peace. 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 Bam, 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 bam.
You are now listening to Serious Minds RNTV with your host, Professor Griff. The call-in number is 516-654-7688. That's 516-654-7688. This is Professor Griff, and this is Serious Minds RNTV. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously.